गरीब खुश रहो। दिस इज जेबीएन डॉक्टर ब्रजराज सिंह चौहान, एसोसिएट प्रोफेसर, ज्योति विद्यापीठ, वुमेन्स यूनिवर्सिटी जयपुर, डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ एफईएम, प्रोग्राम एमएससी केमिस्ट्री, फर्स्ट सेम, course is biostatistics, and session of today is testing of hypothesis. Now, what is hypothesis? I assume the average weight of this class is 58 kilogram. Our assumption is hypothesis. हम किसी भी चीज़ के बारे में जो प्री कंसीव नोशन या जो पूर्व में कोई धारणा निर्मित कर लेते हैं, दैट इज हाइपोथेसिस. हाइपोथेसिस इज एन एजम्पशन अबाउट द population parameter. A parameter is characteristic of the population, like its mean or variance. You are knowing well about the mean and variance. Variance is nothing but it is sigma square, that is square of standard deviation. So the parameter must be identified before analysis. It must be identified before analysis. So testing of hypothesis is an assumption about the population parameter, say population mean, which is to be tested already. For that we collect sample data, then we calculate sample statistics, say sample mean, and then use this information to judge, to decide whether hypothesized value of population parameter is correct or not. It is to be compared, and after compare we got it is either correct or wrong. To test the validity of assumed or hypothetical value of population, we gather sample data and determine the difference between hypothesized value and actual value of the sample mean. Then we judge whether the difference is significant or not. Here it is very important lines to understand validity of assumed or hypothetical value of population. We have to test. We gather sample data and determine the difference between hypothesized value and actual value of the sample mean. Then we judge whether the difference is significant or not. The smaller the difference, the greater the likelihood that our hypothesized value for the mean is correct. The larger the difference, the smaller the likelihood. डिफरेंस ज़्यादा होगा, लाइक्लीहुड कम होगी. इन हाइपोथेसिस टेस्टिंग, द फर्स्ट स्टेप इज टू स्टेट द एज्यूम्ड और हाइपोथेसाइज्ड न्यूमेरिकल वैल्यू ऑफ द पॉपुलेशन पैरामीटर. द एजम्पशन वी विश व्हाट टू टेस्ट इज कॉल्ड द null hypothesis. The symbol for null hypothesis is represented by H naught or H0. The null hypothesis state the assumption numerical to be tested. Example, the average weight of the semester 2 student is 50 kilogram, 58 kilogram. So H null hypothesis is mu is equal to 8. Average is 58, so null hypothesis will mu is equal to 58. Begins with the assumption that the null hypothesis is true. Now we have to test, is this true? Smaller to the notion of innocent until proven guilty. The alternate hypothesis, it is represented by H1, is the opposite of the null hypothesis. If null hypothesis is rejected, then alternate is accepted. If null hypothesis is accepted, then alternate is rejected. Example, the average weight of the student is not equal to 58 kilogram, then H1 mu does not is equal to 58. It is accepted. Procedure of hypothesis testing. So various steps used in testing of hypothesis is: number one, first of all, set up the hypothesis. First of all, we have to set up the hypothesis. Again, next step, set up a suitable significance level. Second thing is, we have to set up the significance level. The confidence with which an experimenter reject or accept null hypothesis depend on the significance level. Adopted level of significance is the rejection region. हम जो भी लेवल ऑफ सिग्निफिकेंस तय करेंगे वो 1% हो सकता है, वो 5% हो सकता है, दैट इज़ द रिजेक्शन रीजन. वहाँ जो वैल्यू प्राप्त होगी वो रिजेक्ट होगी, विच इज़ आउटसाइड द कॉन्फिडेंस और एक्सेप्टेंस रीजन. जो सिग्निफिकेंस लेवल की वैल्यू होगी वो जो तय होगा वो आउटसाइड द एक्सेप्शन रीजन होगा. दैट वाज द रिजेक्शन रीजन. दैट इज द रिजेक्शन रीजन which is outside the confidence or accepting region. The level of significance usually denoted by alpha. It is usually denoted by alpha. So selecting a significance level through any level of significance can be adopted in practice. We either take 5% or 1% level of significance. It is tradition to take significance level either 5% or 1% generally. So when we take 5% level of significance, that is alpha is equal to 0.5. It means alpha is equal to 0.05. 5% is in decimal value, it is 0.05. Then there are about 5 chance out of 100 that we would reject the null hypothesis. In other word, out of 100, 95 chance are there to the null hypothesis will be accepted. 95% null hypothesis accept हो जाएगी. 5% में null hypothesis reject हो सकती है और वो alternate hypothesis होगी. So we are about 95% confident that we have make the right decision. So 5% significance level means about 95% confident that we have made the right decision, and 5% it is wrong, it is alternative hypothesis. So this is the level of significance. Here you have in front of you a pictorial representation. In this representation, large and bigger area inside the boundary of curve, it is accepted region, and dotted region, that is rejecting region. Critical value is there. So this is near about to 5% or significance level, whatever you decide before the taking decision. So this is accepting region and rejecting region. The dotted value, that is the critical value, that is the rejected region, or it is 5% or 1%, whatever you suppose. So and large area is the accepted region, and it is null hypothesis. It is accepting, confident. I am researcher is confidence 95% our decision is true. and 5% our decision is wrong, or that is alternate. If our sample static calculated value fall in the non shaded region, अगर हमारी जो कैलकुलेटेड वैल्यू है वो नॉन शेडेड रीजन में आती है या एक्सेप्टेंस रीजन में आती है, देन इट सिंपली मीन दैट देयर इज नो एविडेंस टू रिजेक्ट द नल हाइपोथेसिस। कोई एविडेंस नहीं है कि नल हाइपोथेसिस को रिजेक्ट किया जाए। इट प्रूव्स दैट नल हाइपोथेसिस H naught is true, otherwise it will be rejected. If value falls into the non-shaded region, then H null hypothesis H naught is accepted. Otherwise it is rejected. If value found in the dotted region, then it is rejected. So step 3, determination of suitable test statistic. For example, ZT chi-square test or F test. Determination of suitable test statistics. Step 4, determine the critical value from the table. Step 5, after doing computation, check the sample result. Compare the calculated value, sample result with the value obtained from the table. Next step, making decision. Making decision means either accepting or rejecting the null hypothesis. A computed value, absolute value, is more than the tabulated or critical value. Computed value is more than the tabulated or critical value, then it falls in the critical region. In that case, reject null hypothesis, otherwise accept. So we have to compare both value, computed value and tabulated value. If there is false in the critical region, then reject. False in accepting region, it is accepted. So type 1 and type 2 error. When the statistical hypothesis is tested, there are 4 possible results. The hypothesis is true, but our test accept it. Hypothesis is true, our test accept it. Hypothesis is false, but our test reject it. Hypothesis is true, but our test reject it. True but reject. The hypothesis is false, but accept. Obviously, the last two possibility leads to error. The hypothesis is true, but our test reject. Hypothesis is false, our test accept. So these two possibility to lead the error. Rejecting the null hypothesis when it is true, it is called null hypothesis. Rejecting null hypothesis when it is true is called the type 1 error. Accepting null hypothesis when it is false, then it is type 2 error. Example, in courtroom trial, in courtroom a defendant is considered not guilty as long as his guilt is not proven. The prosecutor tries to prove the guilt of the defendant only when there is enough charging evidence and defendant is condemned. In the start of the procedure, there are two hypotheses. H0, the defendant is not guilty, and H1, the defendant is guilty. The first one is called null hypothesis. Defendant is not guilty, the defendant is guilty. The first one is called the null hypothesis, and the second one is called the alternative hypothesis. This is the example of this. Null hypothesis, H0 is true, he is not guilty. H0 is true, he is not guilty. Alternate hypothesis, H1 is true, he is guilty. So accept null hypothesis Reject null hypothesis, right decision, and wrong decision, type 2 error, and right decision. This is the classification of this. Now, one-tailed and two-tailed test. Two-tailed test is that where the hypothesis about the population parameter is rejected for the value of sample statistic failing into either tail of the distribution in figure 3. When the hypothesis about the population parameter is rejected for the value sample static failing into one side tailed or the distribution, then it is known as one tailed. The rejection area falls on the right side, then it is called the right tailed, or other hand the rejection area, then it is called the left and right side falls the right side, then it is called the left tailed. The region area falls on the right side, then it is called the right tailed. On the other hand, the rejection area falls on the right side, then it is called the left tailed. Left and right. Two tailed or one tailed test. Here three figures is given. Figure number 1 above, it is rejection area only one side, so it is one tailed. In second, rejection area is only one side, then again it is one tailed. In the third one, rejection area in two sides, then it is two tailed. So in figure 1 and 2, both is the one tailed. In area first, h naught is mu greater than u is equal to 3. So above 3 is the acception region. Above 3 in the figure we have seen, above 3 all area is the acception region, and mu less than 3 it is shaded region and alternate hypothesis. In second, mu less than u is equal to 3, so accepting region is less than 3 and alternate hypothesis or rejection region greater than mu greater than 3, or both is one tailed. And in third one, it is mu is equal to 3 and mu does not is equal to 3. This is the two tailed hypothesis. Summary of one and two tailed. One tailed test and two tailed test. Three again one tailed test. In first figure it is left tailed. It is because in the left there is some rejection region. In the second, left and right both have the rejection region, so it is two tailed. In the third one, right hand side it has some rejection region, so it is the right tailed rejection. The following table gives critical value of Z for both one-tailed and two-tailed test of various level of significance. Level of significance 0.10, that is 10%, 0.05 that is 5%, 0.01 that is 1%. So critical value of Z for one-tailed test, critical value of Z two-tailed test. The critical value is given here. It is tabled or tabulated for the level of significance one-tailed and two-tailed. I hope you all are satisfied with this session. If you have any query, please mention in comment box. I will resolve it very soon. Thank you very much.